What's up, you guys? I'm Dan. This is Frugal Not Cheap, and today we get to go on our first drive with Tesla's full self-driving version 12 in a legacy Model S. So for those of you who don't know, but you probably do, Tesla's been working on their self-driving software for a very long time. The first really widespread version that the public got was version 10. I was able to get a version of 10.69 at one point. Since then, we got this version 11 that merged the city and the highway stacks. And now we're back to a funny situation where we have separate stacks for city and highway again, because we have a really stable highway stack. And so they just kept that, but they've been updating the city stack. And specifically, the key innovation in version 12 is that it is end-to-end neural nets. So what that means is, rather than using a bunch of heuristic code, this has all been now replaced with having neural nets handle all of not only perception, which is understanding the environment, but also planning, which is what you're going to do, and then control, which is enacting those behaviors by the car. Specifically, that's moving the steering wheel, applying throttle, and hitting the brakes as well. So pretty cool, hugely innovative, supposed to be trained on millions of clips and data, of course, of humans driving, and so it ought to be much more human-like. It also means that a lot of the errors that it used to make due to the heuristic kind of corner cases, those should be gone. But there's, of course, with neural nets, the possibility of hallucinations, the possibility of, errors that you might not necessarily expect. Because, of course, the neural nets don't quite cogitate the same way as humans yet. So anyway, I'm really excited to test this out, especially because there was a long delay there where cars that were newer, basically the newer Model 3 and Model Y, and also the refreshed Model S and X, all of those had FSD, whereas the cars that didn't have it were the completely new refreshed Model 3, and then also the Cybertruck, both of those because they're just so new, and then also what are called legacy Model S and X. Those are cars like mine that were produced before early 2021 that have a vertical screen. And currently still a lot of those legacy cars don't have FSD. It's only the ones that have upgraded to Media Control Unit 2, MCU 2, which is something that I did when I got the FSD upgrade as well. I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. Anyway, without further ado, let's look into the settings, and then we're going to go for a quick drive. I did want to do my test loop, but I've got to go pick up a friend of mine, and we're getting very hungry and it's lunchtime, so I think we're just going to go pick her up and then come home. But it should still give us a good sense of what V12 is like. And then after that, at some point, I will soon have a video out where I go on my test loop, and we can compare that directly to the performance of version 11.4.9, which was the latest version that I had on my car. So here we go. Downloaded the update a couple days ago, but didn't have a chance to drive until today. So this is really my genuine first drive with Tesla FSD version 12 of any kind, moving from version 11.4.9. And so as you can see here, they've also changed the naming. It used to be called FSD Beta. Now they're calling it FSD Supervised. So maybe that's a little bit more clear. Maybe it's less clear. I don't know. But again, here, the key innovation, as you can see there, is they removed 300,000 lines of explicit C++ code. And now we have an end-to-end neural network. It says network rather than networks, but I imagine the case is it's not just, data in, data control out. I'm sure that they still have a particular architecture that they're using. So it says, under our supervision, full self-driving supervised can drive the Tesla almost anywhere. It'll make lane changes, select forks to follow our navigation route, navigate around other vehicles and objects, and make left and right turns. You and anyone you authorize must use additional caution and remain attentive. It does not make your vehicle autonomous. Do not become complacent. So very important still to be very careful. It says to use the feature, pull the drive stalk down once, and we can disable it in autopilot settings. And then we also got a couple of nice little updates here with version 24.2.3, because I'd been on a I don't remember what I was in, but it's a reminder to plug in home in case you don't do that. I always do. And then a little bit of security improvements, kind of patching some stuff so that people aren't able to hack into the car, which, very difficult anyway. Okay, so here we are looking at the vehicle settings, and you can see it has a little blue dot, meaning there's something new in autopilot. Let's check it out. And the new thing that we have here is, again, this language about full self-driving supervised. Still giving you 3 strikes and then you're out in case you are abusing the system. We won't do that. So we're going to enable this, say yes, just to make sure we got the single pull. This is good. We are going to try it in assertive probably. I think it tends to give us the best behavior, and yeah, it should be fun. Lane change notification off, that's fine. We want the expanded visuals. So this is the new setting of the automatic set speed offset, where it's going to try to, basically, it does a good job, people say, of following the speed that traffic is using. However, that could mean that we might speed a little bit when I don't want it to. So we'll see how control of that works. But I think for this first drive, we really should do all the bells and whistles, all the new stuff. So we're going to turn that on. And it says it's going to drive at the speed that it determines is most natural. This considers factors like road traffic, low environmental conditions, speed limit, and the setting chill, aggressive, chill, average, or assertive. And so I have it in assertive, but frankly, the experience on X, formerly known as Twitter, has basically been that this doesn't really matter yet. Maybe that's something they're going to implement in the future. I'm not sure, but we're going to go with assertive. So there we go. And I think it looks like that's going to be it. So we are really going to be ready to go. Guys, I'm really looking forward to this drive with Tesla FSD beta version 12. All right, so we are recording in 4K. Hopefully that's going to help you to make out the screen over here. And then the other thing is that I do want to check if the album art has been fixed. It seems a little bit unlikely. Tesla just doesn't seem to want to prioritize working on these older cars and the album art and all that stuff. But here, let's play a song. So we're playing Annie by Arizona, and let's move on to the next track and see if that's going to change. And sadly, no, we're still seeing the album art from Arizona's album. Bummer. Oh well. All right, guys, here we go. This is my first drive on Tesla FSD beta version 12.3.4. Should be pretty much the same thing as 12.3.3, not sure. But it's the first version 12 on my car and that I've ever experienced. So really excited. We came from version 11.4.9. Our drive this morning is just 10 minutes and 4.1 miles, but there is a place where there used to be some lane drift. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Now it does not engage, as we can see here in my garage, so we'll just have to see how soon I can engage it when we get out of the garage, and then we're off. The visualizations maybe look a little different here. It's hard to tell, but I should hopefully be able to engage FSD here in a moment. It's not letting me yet. Here we go. All right, so we got FSD engaged. It is on auto speed. It is upset that the GPS is not very accurate. So we'll see how that goes, but we went right through the gate. Oftentimes here, it will be really robotic, and it would have a really hard time with this turn. This is doing way better, especially with that car that was right there. So that was quite good. Let's see how we do here with our right turn. There's lots of lanes clear, so I would have gone. I don't know, V12 isn't assertive, but was still being a little bit cautious. And let's see. That was kind of goofy. We were mostly over the line there in that turn, so I don't know. I wouldn't have done it that way. I probably would have just gone for the middle lane, but it was okay. Oh yeah, maybe some calibration stuff here. She was riding those the line a lot over there, so I don't think that's the best behavior. Ooh, but here I'm seeing a much improved behavior. So in the past, when getting into the turn lane, the heuristics would have it happen at kind of the last minute necessary. And so what you'd have is a situation where the car was sticking its butt out into the road. This is a version 11 problem. So you can see here with version 12, this is not the case. Now, there are a few things I'm going to have to watch out for. Unprotected left turns apparently have been a little bit tricky. And then the other one is that cars in earlier versions of version 12 were getting some curb rash because they were taking turns a little bit too close to the curb. In the visualization, the curbs do look pretty thick, so this may be the way that they decided to add some kind of a buffer to prevent that behavior, and then of course over time we'll fine-tune things. So I'd say the visualization does look a little bit different. There's a lot more kind of wobble and stuff in these expansive areas that you can see here to the left and right, but the road stuff seems to be a little bit more persistent. So it seems to be more confident that, well, things aren't magically changing moment to moment, which is good. All right, that was nice. We cleared the curb, not a problem at all. Following on with this car nicely. Again, straddling the lanes, and here going into the middle lane, but I'm perfectly happy with that. Our speed here is 44 miles an hour in a 35, so I think a little bit high. I'm going to see if I can tick down the speed a little bit, if that's going to work or not. No, it's not really paying attention to me. But we're going 45 and a 40 now, so I was wrong about the speed limit, apologies. And I'm perfectly happy with 45 and a 40. That's A-okay, absolutely A-okay in my book. Okay, I do have my hands on the wheel, by the way. I'm going to be much more careful here with version 12, because it's all new to me. So I'll say, so far so good. Everything's a little bit smoother. I do feel like it's a little smoother. That was our first steering wheel nag, by the way, that just happened. So that doesn't seem to be too much higher. I like that we kind of offset some space for this Ford Explorer that's on my left, that you can see here in the screen now. Let's see, how are these things with the light? Pretty good, I think. I do like it if you can see the screen here well, but I also want you to see the road as well, of course. And here, let me push this up now. Yeah, so you can kind of see our nav a little bit better there. So, yeah, there we go. There's all these little things you have to think about when you make a video. Anyway, we stopped at the appropriate place, and it was a really, really smooth stop. I would say, yeah, very, very, very smooth. Really happy with that. Someone on X, formerly known as Twitter, described the way that V12 drives as someone that kind of is as smooth as a limo driver, but as bad at decision making as a teenager, or something like that. And that seems to be an appropriate thing. Not so far. I mean, it's had made no mistakes so far, but just judging on what I've seen online from some of the things that it's done. There's a guy named who is it, Sean.Corelli or something like, I don't know. Anyway, he's got one of these legacy cars like I do. He just got the software, and he encountered an issue where it ran a stop sign. That's something that you basically never saw with beta, but we are seeing here with version 12. In a way, I guess Elon did fulfill his promise of V12 not being beta, because they changed it from being FSD beta to being FSD supervised. And then eventually, of course, the hope is to be able to remove that supervised from there. But again, yeah, everything's super smooth. Visuals look cool. I think you can see all the brake lights there. I haven't really tested to see. We pulled forward because we had a car behind us. This new stopping distance I like. Oftentimes it would leave a huge stopping distance. And, when you can fit a full car in the distance between the two, then you're not being as efficient as you could be. So that was nice. All right, here we go, speeding up pretty good. I think a lot of it has to do with the truck in front of us. We may have sped up faster, so I'll be curious to see how that goes coming off of the line in future stops. But everything, it's really probably hard to show you in video, but all of it does seem a lot smoother. But I also am noticing that my car is definitely biased here towards the right portion of the lane that I'm in. And I don't know if that's a camera calibration issue, or if that's more about they're trying to avoid the curbs on the left turns, or what's going on there. Oh, here we go, now we're centering. So my best guess at this moment, there's a big Escalade in the lane to our left and a bit behind us. And it may have been doing that as a way just to give them a little bit more room, even though they weren't right next to us at all. So that's my best guess right now. All right, so we're going 40. We got up to 48 here in the 40, and that's a little bit fast. Definitely like speeding ticket territory. But no police, and we are keeping up with traffic, and so probably quite safe to do. Here, I thought about going to the left. but changed its mind, and so here we are. I think that was just fine too. I don't know if it changed its mind because of the speed that escalator was approaching at, but if it did, then that was a wise decision. So a really cool thing about having all these cameras looking 360 degrees around us all the time, whereas of course I can only look one way at a time. You know, pretty good field of vision. I don't know how many degrees we have, right? 100 and whatever, but not 360, that's for sure. Some people this morning were complaining about their navigation route, taking them in kind of a strange way. But the route that we have planned here is perfectly fine. We're just gonna go up this road for a little bit longer here, another mile, 1.2 miles, and we'll take a left turn and then an immediate right, and then we'll go down a little bit of residential stuff over there. So that'll be good to see. There was our steering wheel nag. It was a little bit angry at me. I'm not sure why. My best guess, oh, okay, it did not avoid that. Not really a pothole, but yeah, basically a pothole. I would have veered a little bit left to go around it. So V12 isn't doing that, unfortunately. What it does do, though, is slow down for speed bumps. That's new behavior. And it is also capable of making U-turns, which is really cool. So I'm excited to experience both of those things because I haven't. So far, what are my impressions? I will say that it's definitely smoother. It's just much more comfort. Oh yeah, here we're biasing to the right of the lane because we have a car to our left. So we have confirmation of that theory. It's working well. I really like that behavior. It's something that V11 did on the highways for semi-trucks, you know, larger vehicles. But now we have the same behavior here on the road. And I tell you, humans are just not as precise. So I'm really glad to see that happening here, because a lot of these guys will get pretty close to us, especially on a turn if they're not paying attention. So again, first impressions, very, very smooth. 11.4.9 was actually really great for me, except for, oh, dude, I totally forgot. There was a place early on this drive where we normally had lane drift. That lane drift issue is gone, so I'm very happy. That means that every single drive that I take on this route that we're on today, which is one that I take multiple times a week, I'm not going to have this lane drift issue. So that's very exciting. Very, very happy to see that. Here we go, coming over. The turn signal came on right around the time of the maneuver. I would have preferred if the signal had come on earlier, but otherwise we're doing well here. And yeah, good staging though, because we're going to make that left turn up there. Ooh, this would have been too early. I don't know if it got confused there for a second or what was going on, but we recovered and we're fine. And again, everything butter smooth. Even when it's recovering from its errors, butter smooth. Here we are, and again, we are more to the left than we would have been in previous versions, so I'm really happy to see that. Gonna hang onto the wheel a little bit tighter here as we make this turn. Again, because it's an unprotected left. It is clear to go, so I hope we'll kind of peek out. And here we go. That was very nice. We stayed away from the curb. Ooh, that was too close for my liking. I took over. It looked like the back wheel might have hit the curb over there if I hadn't have intervened. I don't know, mind you, but I'd rather not have some curb rash. So I would say the trajectory on that left turn was not optimal. I was really hoping for an intervention-free drive, but you can't have everything. Let's see how we do on this one. And that was very well done. Nice and smooth, excellent drive. Here we go. So we're going to pick up my friend Diane here, and she didn't really want to be on camera. You may hear her in the audio, but I'm going to stop filming here, and I'll see you for the return trip. Okay, so we've got Diane in the car, and here we are. We're heading out. And what we're going to try to do, as soon as it allows me to engage, is something completely different. Version 11 could never turn itself around in cul-de-sac. We're going to see if V12 is able to do that. So we've got oncoming car here. I don't know what they're doing. We're just going to engage the system and see what happens. And I'm going to cover the brakes and drive very carefully here. Threaded the needle very nicely to them. And let's see what happens here. Is she going to know? Oh, okay. She's taken that route, which technically is probably fine. I'm just uncomfortable with driving in those little roads there. So we're going to turn around. This is not a problem with the car or the software, but I just am not comfortable taking that little whatever that is. So here we go. Version 12, as far as I know, cannot reverse yet, but hopefully newer versions of 12 are going to be able to. So here we go. System engaged. Guy's got his door open. He's stepping out of his car. Let's see what the car will do. Oh, that was very nice of him. Oh, thank you. Very nice of him, letting us right through. Might have been more polite to stop, but can't have everything. We'll see what future versions do. All right, here we go. How did that turn feel? Any better than before?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth.
Okay, here we have to pay a lot of attention. This is a unprotected left turn, lots of traffic. Could potentially be a little bit hairy. So I'm gonna keep an eye. We do have a car approaching on the left. It's some distance away, but looks like we're gonna wait our turn here, which is fine. All right, it's thinking about doing something. It's not good timing. If we go quickly, we can make it, but she's being cautious. So it looks like V12 is still trying to make sure that both sides, which is a lot of lanes, are clear, which is a little bit tricky. And I would definitely be going into the island right now, but she's being very cautious, kind of creeping, trying to get visibility, but nothing dangerous. So I think that was quite all right.
Perfect.
Yeah. We had good clearance away from the curb back there, and now we crossed all 3 lanes here very smoothly. Much improved. Much improved.
I love it.
Right?
Yes.
This is great.
It's great.
Now, Diane's already experienced it. She had a Lyft or Uber driver that had V12 in a Model 3 or a Model Y. So, yeah.
Yes. It's fantastic.
Here we go. Now would be that time I would go. A little bit of hesitation there. A little bit jerky, but not too bad. And we're off. Oop, better slow down for this guy. No, perfect timing.
Perfect.
Better than I would have done, I think. Maybe slightly riskier, but but nice and smooth. All right, let's turn the temperature down. Yeah, we're in Texas. It's 80 degrees now. It's lovely though, but warm.
Beautiful day.
Luckily, it's ignoring now the school speed limit sign, so that was nice to see. And we have a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. We're going 42, perfectly appropriate.
This is amazing.
Yeah?
No hesitation. Before, there was some hesitation, especially back where we took the left turn. Smooth. Completely smooth.
Very cool. I think probably as a passenger, you might even in a way have a better sense of how smooth or not it is.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, even that.
That was perfect. Even the slowing down.
So much better. Let's see how it deals with this. Our lane's about to close. She didn't see it early enough, but luckily no cars, and we were able to make the lane change. She did indicate briefly. Okay, that's just about the cones. Continues to have, awareness of cones, but I wouldn't say a phobia anymore because she drove nice and smooth through the cones.
Much better than before. Much smoother.
What a gorgeous day.
It's beautiful. This is amazing.
It's the same car, software update.
totally different ride.
It's crazy.
So smooth.
And it'll only get better from here. Over time, they'll put more training data in. The model will get better. It'll learn more. And it'll do more and more stuff.
It's amazing.
So those cul-de-sacs, it can now do those. And it can also take U-turns now.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, the old version could never do a U-turn.
Oh my gosh. How does it feel to you? Great?
Really good. I mean, the thing is, I really had grown to know and trust the previous version a lot.
Right?
So, for me, it's mostly just the smoothness that's improved. Yeah.
The smoothness, there's an enormous improvement.
I think passenger comfort, right, is
Totally.
way up there now. So I'm looking forward to see. I've got a couple friends that will be in the car later on this week, and I'll be happy to see their reaction with the improvement.
Yeah.
She does have more of a lead foot than before, for sure, though.
She does?
Yeah, she's going 46, whereas I would have kept her at like 45 or 44. But I said it's doing automatic speed changes now, see?
Yes, she is.
So she decides how fast to go.
This is amazing. Oh my gosh.
She's doing a great job of it, I'd say.
Yes.
Nice follow distance.
Perfect.
Very smooth.
I have complete confidence in her now.
Oh, that's the dangerous thing, though, is because it's so smooth, you think it'll never make a mistake. But she can still make mistakes. Now, that curb earlier might have been fine. I think I was just a little touchy because it was the first time.
Right.
Yeah. But still, something to keep an eye on.
Right.
So there's this big dip right on the other side of the intersection we're coming up on. And I'll be curious to see if she slows down for that. Because if you go through it too quickly, you'll bottom out. I've done that before. It made me incredibly sad.
Yes.
So we don't want that to happen again.
No.
Okay, she's getting in the right-hand lane. Which isn't super polite in case people want to turn right and we have a red. But it's okay.
That was nice.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Very nice.
Very quick reaction, slowed down for this vehicle. Good stop.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
This is very, very cool. Look at these visualizations. Can you see all those cars?
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wild. And in the past, it would project its path in this blue line all the time. Now it only kind of shows you what its immediate intentions are. It's a little bit different. I don't know how to describe it. If you watch it a little. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it when we start going.
I'll be watching the road.
Oh, yes.
That's something. Yeah, but you can check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, the car behind us wants to take a right turn, but we're proceeding straight. So it's kind of a not so nice thing to do, in my book.
Right. For the car to do that behind us?
No, for us to be here, because if we weren't here, he could take his right turn on red.
Oh, okay.
So the polite thing would have been to be in the middle lane still.
Right.
But hey. Ooh, nice takeoff.
Yes.
Nice takeoff. Good observation. And then the left turn into the complex is really going to be the one I want to look for. So, well, that was nice. She warned about that car, like, hey.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, it was that green SUV that was kind of inching forward a little bit. So,
Wow.
yeah. Okay, turn signal came on early. I like that. Not bad.
It's amazing. Totally amazing.
Okay, let's see how we do on this turn. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Very
perfect.
good.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely biased away from the curb. So, ooh, smooth lane changes. Man, this is awesome.
I know.
This is awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, let's see how we do here. Oh yeah, much better.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, here we go.
Slow down.
Plenty of time.
Perfect turn.
Here we go. Let's see what happens with the gate. Because she's meant to go up there. She's gonna, oh yeah, good speed. Nicely around that. Through the gate.
Very good.
And we're home. Amazing. So guys, that's my first drive with FSD Beta version 12, and all I have to say, it is phenomenal. Absolutely much smoother. Just a great experience, and I look forward to showing you how it performs on my test route in an upcoming video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.